Ever since my girlfriend moved in, she's accidentally broken my iPad Pro, phone twice, laptop, sweaters, and more. Now she's mad I locked my stuff up and won't lend her my camera. She says she's just clumsy, but I'm starting to think it's on purpose. I am 26, and my girlfriend is 25, and she breaks so much of my stuff it doesn't seem like an accident anymore. The day after I got my iPad Pro, she broke it. She broke my phone twice. She dropped my laptop and dented it. She broke my other iPad. All of this since she moved in with me in February. Post was written in June. Even putting the expensive stuff aside, she breaks tons of other shit. For example, I had all my wool sweaters in a special hamper that I told her to never wash the clothes in it, so I can make sure they don't get ruined, but sure enough, she washed and dried them all and they all died. Even though sweaters aren't that expensive individually, replacing them all cost a ton of money. I kind of think she's doing it on purpose because she thinks it's cute, which would be my fault because when she broke my iPad Pro, I told her it was cute how worried she got about telling me. She says she's just clumsy, but I don't think that's what is happening. We've been together for almost 2 years, and I've never noticed any clumsiness. I locked all my shit up in my office when I went to work the past few days since there was another incident, and that upset her a lot because she thinks I can't trust her and I'm treating her like a child. Is it really so wrong to lock up my shit though? She wants to borrow my camera this weekend, and I straight up told her no because I know she's going to break it. I'm not using it, but I do wedding photography when I want to bring in some extra cash, and having to buy another camera would really suck. Best comments. How often does she break her own stuff? February is not a very long time to have destroyed so many things by accident. Mistakes can happen, but if you don't do anything to stop them from happening again, you can't keep calling them mistakes. Never that I'm aware of. She brags about how she's never broken her phone before, but meanwhile, she has broken all of my devices multiple times. I saw in a comment that she doesn't break her own stuff or ruin her own clothing. I think it's safe to assume that she's destroying your stuff on purpose. Maybe for attention. Maybe because you said it was cute. Either way, I would sit her down and talk to her about the broken things. That's what I think too. I'm so close to breaking up with her over this. Even if she did confess, I wouldn't want to be with her. I wonder if it not so much for attention, but maybe to test how much OP is willing to forgive her for. Regardless, OP has to talk this out with her and put his foot down. Just a shot in the dark. Are you splitting 50-50 or proportionally based on your incomes? She just pays for her car, her insurance, and the internet. I pay for everything else. What does she do for work? It seems odd that she doesn't have any disposable income, only paying for a car and internet. She's a doula, doesn't pay much. If I knew my doula was prone to dropping valuable stuff, I would hire a different doula. For real. I almost choked on my coffee when I read that she was a doula. Update number 1. 8 days after the first post. To my surprise, my girlfriend admitted she was breaking my shit on purpose. She says it started because she went through my old Facebook messages and saw that I used to flirt with an old friend who I haven't seen since before we got together anyways. She said since then she's felt like she was stuck in this relationship with me. Since she lives with me, said I'm dog and a player, that I'm abusive and controlling, that she never loved me. It was crazy. I don't necessarily believe any of that, and I think she just said it all to upset me. Her saying that I'm abusive and a player was disappointing because I tried really hard to be a great partner and would have never done anything purposely hurt her, and now I'm worried that she's going to be telling people these lies. I read through some of the Facebook messages with a friend, and nothing I said was even that bad. It was just playful banter, and I was single at the time of it anyways. We have talked once since my girlfriend and I have been together, and that was over Facebook chat about how she wanted to buy the car my parents were selling. Needless to say, it's all over now, and since we broke up anyways, I asked her to pay me back for everything she broke, grand total of $5,300 when I include the sweaters. And her response was, I'm moving to Florida. LOL, okay. It's safe to say I'm probably not getting the money, but that's fine. I'm not even that sad about the breakup, just glad that it's over and glad she moved out without pushing back. It's been stressful and exhausting not trusting her in my own house. Best comments. If it were a few hundred, I'd maybe say count your losses and move on. But $5,300? That is lawsuit worthy, especially since she sounds like the type of person that wouldn't show up to the court date and you'd receive a default judgment. I know, but I just want to be done with it. I don't need the money, so it's easier for me to just forget it. How exactly did this revelation come to light? Did you decide to talk to her about the stuff after your original post? I just told her I knew she was breaking my shit on purpose, and I wanted to know why. And every time she told me it wasn't on purpose, I just stared her down until she eventually told the truth. Worked surprisingly well. It blows my mind that some people's response to being upset is random acts of petty revenge. Was she expecting you to make the totally nonsensical connection between your messages and the destruction? She seems laughably immature, and I'm so glad that you're out of that situation. Bummer about the financial hit, but at least now, in the long term, your valuables are safe. I have no clue what her thought process was there. I didn't want to say this in the original post, but since everything is so bizarre, I wonder if maybe she has some sort of mental illness. I don't know much about that though.